Welcome to brightershorescentral, and we've got a historic video for you today. Finally, we find out what the monument gives as a reward and what does the monument look like when you complete it. Now, if you don't want to know this information, click off this video immediately if you don't want the spoiler for that. If you do want this information, this is going to be a roller coaster ride of a video, an incredible roller coaster ride of excitement and disappointment. So I also want you to share the video about my honest opinion on this and how this is totally unacceptable. And let's get right into it. Watch the full video through. This is a roller coaster. So we have 2P here in game that is very close to finishing the monument. Primary goal is to go to the monument first, and going to be very interesting to find out. I said, and he put yes, regardless of what happens, I am really happy I tried to do this. I did not expect to get this far. Says he really doesn't like racing, but I said, yeah, it's a massive achievement. I'm going to see if I could ask him a couple of questions, maybe at the top of the monument, because apparently we can both go up there. Okay, I'm about 1 to 2 hours away about finding about what the monument is. It's interesting to see the moment leading up to this. They have grinded so much to get to this point, and they are just hours away from completing it. And I've got a university meeting that I need to go to, but I'll be back on a bit later on to see what the information is and also provide you with some screenshots. This is a historic moment for the game, essentially. We get to see what the monument brings. Yep, and they responded, I am maybe more excited than anyone. And yes, I can imagine after having to grind so much for the monument. It is the only one thing on release I said I wanted to see and try to make. So they really wanted to be basically one of the first or the first to complete the monument, to go down in history in Brighter Shores as the monument builder. And so that's what they're working on at the moment. So they are right here and just doing the last parts of the monument, collecting the last pieces. Says they've got like 40 left to collect. So I'm just waiting here to see what happens to the monument once they've finished it. Do a dance in celebration. Actually, no, I won't do that too much. I don't want to distract the person. We checked the leaderboards as well. They've also reached level 500 for the foraging. So we've got coffee level 500 and 2P level 500. Right, he says, right, let's have a look. Okay. Let's see what happens. He's waiting for this moment for ages. Been grinding this monument since the release of the game, pretty much. Historic moment. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if it changes for everybody or it only changes for their instance. They clicked on it. Let's go up as well. Okay, we're going back down. Interesting. So going to trade the NPC again to see if there's anything else. So congrats. I'm just going to ask, what did you get? He doesn't want to talk about it. Don't tell me you get nothing. Oh. Oh no. Oh damn. Good or bad? You spent ages doing this monument. If you don't get anything, that's going to be an absolute troll. So the reward is nothing for completing it. So 2P has said, I am okay with it being nothing. My criteria was that it would be something for everyone or nothing. I was just hoping for the first. So there was one of the first to complete the monument, if not the first. No rewards for it. I mean, you get the reward of selling the monument pieces to the vendor, and you get quite a decent amount of gold from it. But you would think that you get like a spell, maybe some extra inventory space, something interesting. Maybe there's a puzzle. Is there a puzzle or anything like that? Let's go to the top. No. There's literally, apparently you don't get any reward. Yeah, it says something about magic stronger. says it's a myth, and then dialogue ends. Wait. What? Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Any other steps? Maybe. Maybe that is the case. Nothing really. Just indifferent feeling to it. Well, I mean, imagine, you're grinding all that time to finish the monument in the hopes that it gives something special and gets absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be upset. Even I am. I mean, I'm nowhere near finished. Well, I suppose I am rank 7 forager, right? I'm level 263. We've got over 200 million experience in foraging, and so I'm on my way to completing the monument. And now I know that there's not going to be anything that you get from it. So at that point, what is the point other than being say, oh yeah, I was one of the top 10 to complete the monument, brilliant. But if you're not going to get anything from it, what's the point? I am going to play the game normally for a while and try skills that aren't picking up rocks or plants. Oh, wait a minute. Might be a puzzle. What kinds of puzzle? Looks like it ends here. I have an idea, though I won't share that for now. Related to other skill professions, maybe, or episodes. He's gone and done like a puzzle, and it's in like Morse code or programming language from Andrew or something. And now they've got to decipher it. I'm not sure. It could be truly nothing. So they've completed the monument. We now think that it might be a puzzle. It might be that this individual has to do something to activate something from the monument. Someone's put need 500 gathering for part 2. Oh, I hope not. I hope it's not that you have to get 500 in every gathering skill just to activate this monument. I better start then. Maybe a quest line gives further detail. Maybe related to the obelisk. This is interesting. Now, we've gone from thinking maybe the monument doesn't give anything to Andrew is making this individual work even more. Do you have anything to tune? Yeah, I mean, that is a good point. It could be something to do with the obelisk and something to do with tuning items. And maybe the obelisk is associated with the monument. Because the obelisk isn't too far away from here. What if it enhances tuning in some way? There are no interactables. Any, like, text on the monument that might give a clue to something? Or like, diagram? I don't know. I'm thinking, like, is any inscriptions being made on the monument? Like here, we've got that bit there, right? That pattern. We've got this pattern down below here. Is there anything there that it means something where there's like an inscription on it? I don't know. We need to figure out what this monument does when you finish it. And this individual has finished it. They've reached the last piece that they need to do. 490. They've done the last piece. They've built it. And now it's just there. It's not activated. There's got to be some way to activate it, but we don't know what that way is at all. Talk to all NPCs in this episode. Tibia said, perhaps that's a good idea. Yeah. It's a possibility. Someone's put making magic stronger. There must be something. Could be that it's not added yet. Yeah. There's got to be something that Andrew does to add to the monument that it does something important, right? So we need to get this video shared about and maybe start some kind of petition, because this is completely ridiculous if you get absolutely nothing from finishing the monument. I'm kind of a bit upset and angry with it if that is the case, but we don't know. It could be a puzzle or something. So I said to them if they could send me a screenshot of what it looks like at the top with it fully built. So I'm going to show that on screen. There are no interactables, so there's nothing that you can actually do once you've built it. There's no way to interact with the monument in any sort of way with any sort of reward. Parnell does not say anything notable. Whatever it did is lost to time. So the monument is lost to time. Whatever it did is lost to time. Who would know historically what it did? That's it. I mean, who would know NPC-wise historically what it did? Is there an NPC in the game that is involved in history? One second. I've got an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Wait. It's the, what's it called? Here we go. Nearbeth. The Philosopher. Let's check. That seems like the best thing we can do right now. Thinking Philosopher, I'm thinking history, I'm thinking they know something about the monument because they're into knowledge and that, right? So maybe we need to go to Philosopher. That would make sense in the law. That would seem like something that Paul Gower would add. Like you need to actually go speak to for the Philosopher to activate the monument. This could be big. If anything, this is hopefully an entertaining video because this is like full of lore and we just don't know what it does. And it's also full of disappointment in a way of not knowing what it does. But at the same time, to get to level 500 is absolutely incredible. Especially in foraging as well, because you have to do a lot of clicking involved with foraging. Let's see what this does. We're about to enter the Philosopher's place. Nearbeth the Philosopher. What do they say? Can we examine the bookshelves? Maybe we have to... I'm going to sit on his seat. Surely you can tell us something. What can you tell us about the monument? Nothing new. Oh. I know the individual said that they just wanted to finish the monument and they wasn't too worried about getting a reward. But at the same time, come on, Andrew, where's the reward? They are happy with the result. They are happy to get their level 500 kit. Here's the difference between the 500 and the 200. I've said that at least now you can rest and know that you've completed the monument and on top of high scores forever. They said, I am really happy I did the grind. I think a lot of people would be disappointed, but I never wanted a reward. I wanted to finish it. I myself am happy that it's nothing because nobody should need to grind 500 foraging for a reward, so people don't need to be grinding it at the moment. This individual has basically saved people a grind if they was going to go for that 500 expecting something amazing from the monument. So this is what it looks like at the bottom of the monument once it's fully finished at level 490 with all the pieces done. And then the second image is from the top of the monument. Now what changes from the top of the monument is that you've got these little mini dragons in the middle of the monument, you've got these lights at the top of the monument, and then this sort of spike type aesthetic at the top of the doorway of the monument. The monument has been put together fully, and there is lights on either side of these, 4 lights. And of course on the obelisk there is 4 different areas that you need to activate as well. So maybe association with the obelisk, we just don't know. But apparently, according to the individual that's done this, there is nothing that you can interact with at the top of the monument. There is nothing that it gives you anything like a spell. There is nothing that you talk to like an NPC at the top of the monument that just appears or something like that. Nothing at all. And so it is very disappointing indeed that this is the case, and I would like everybody to share this video around immediately if you're also annoyed about the fact that grinding the monument actually gives you no reward whatsoever as it stands, as we know at the moment, and if you think that Andrew should change this immediately based on feedback, let me know. Spread it around Reddit, spread it around Discord communities. We need to come together as a community about this and say, no, this isn't acceptable. People grinding this monument should get some kind of reward from it. Let's sort of start some kind of petition and to get Andrew to actually add something for the monument to do something, because it makes sense. You tell people, here's a massive monument to build, and then you build it, and then they say, oh, by the way, there is, you know, the monument, what it does is lost to time or whatever. This is completely a massive troll at the moment, and it's ridiculous, in my opinion.